You know, as a 22-year-old rich, humble, funny, jacked, tall, part-time model, full-time philanthropist that's done over $5 million in dropshipping sales, I've realized that the majority of my success has come from being able to find the right products at the right time. So today, I'm going to teach you exactly how you can find a winning product today using my 3 favorite spy tools. Hey, it's Ethan Dobbins, professional product whisperer / rizzer, and today I'm going to show you the exact filters I use when I use my favorite product research tools, as we will do product research live for about an hour so you can see exactly how to find winning products for your brand as well. Now, right now, my favorite tool for finding winning dropshipping products efficiently is through PP ads, which is around $200 a month, but with the right filters, you can find so many winning products in minutes. So for me personally, when you're on this category, I would always do the big 4 countries that do speak English: the United States, UK, Canada, Australia. We'll do that a little later, but for the call to action buttons, you want to make sure these are ads from dropshippers. So they're using Shopify, non-branded ads. Landing page is going to be a Shopify product, and typically a good baseline metric would be around 20,000 to 50,000 impressions, and I only will go for ads that have been seen within the last 7 days. So these are incredibly recent, so they haven't necessarily blown up or anything, but this is a great way to find new products that are starting to pick up and rise. You can also do an ad length of less than 10 days, and then I would want to do around 200 ads per page. And from here, you're just going to scroll on down, and I would recommend just right clicking on anything that catches your eye, and then you go back and check your list after a few page scrolls. And I would say the other filter I like is doing ads within the last 24 hours with around 5,000 or more impressions. Again, you want to play around with the filters and figure out what filter set works the best for you, because this is just a template. Use it as a framework and then build upon it once you've dabbled and done some more research yourself. So let's actually start with the one we just talked about. So we'll do 30,000 impressions, we'll do last 7 days, and let's see down here what we got. All right, so after doing some scrolling, this seems interesting. I will admit the one thing about the brandability might be tough, but I do like, so lots of likes, tons of shares on this ad. It's only been around for 3 days. They've gotten a ton of impressions too, and it's obviously a more generic product, but I could see it. I mean, it's selling for $26, and that feels like a very, very insane value. I honestly wonder if these people are drop scamming, because that seems too good to be true. Not the best sign when they don't have the product page up anymore, but I wonder if these guys have any other products that we can maybe sell, because this is a good method. It's the snowball method. You find someone who's killing it right now with their ads, see what other products that are interesting on their store that you could sell as well. But honestly, most of these products are kind of generic, so we're going to move on from this store and we'll keep looking. All right, so I honestly didn't find much of that first filter, so we're going to change it to the next one that we talked about earlier. And let's see this one here.
Let's talk about a guarantee.
Okay, so we got a pheromone-looking fragrance, kind of similar. Maybe it's not necessarily about pheromone. It's just, yeah, this fragrance itself is really good. I do love this podcast-style interview ad. This works incredibly well because it's just so natural and organic. Yeah, she's holding the product here. Is this a drop shipper? Kind of looks a little branded because, yeah, it has the word RizLab on here. But honestly feel like it is incredibly drop shipping, so I do feel like I could find this product. And look at that, we got the camo Giat pants. Jeez Louise, only true gentlemen understand the power of those holds. So yeah, we're gonna add that to our list next. All right, so this is a very interesting product. I have seen similar versions of these new breath trainer type products for your lungs, so I'm definitely gonna add this. It may, honestly, the one issue I could see is it might be a low perceived value because it's a tiny kind of cheap thing, but it does solve a good problem. Where can I buy her? Jeez Louise. All right, we're going to add that to the winning products collection. I mean, that's a great ad. I was sold, I'll tell you that. Sweatpant jeans. That's a first. I don't think I've ever seen that before. We're going to add that. I know I'm finding a lot of clothing products, but I do know they sell incredibly well because women do be shopping. So can you blame them? I think that's pretty solid. Ooh, let's see next one right next to it. Oh god, not the Astrodon projector, Jesus Christ.
This is my secret to turning my place into
Ooh, I like this. Good bundle deal, good AOV. And by the way, any of you that decide to sell that Astrodon projector, I will find you, come to your house, and I will do unspeakable things. I'll make you listen to the entire JoJo Siwa album on repeat. And we don't want that to happen. So you better leave a like and comment down below, and I will spare you my wrath. All right, so we found a lot of interesting products through that method. Now, also in PP ads is the product search function. So again, play around with different filters, play around with different countries. I'd say the countries don't matter as much because, you know, you don't really have much of a language barrier when it comes to the ads. So when it comes to this, obviously tons of different categories. I usually am just going to do ad impressions for a certain amount, and then yeah, more recent products is what I prefer. But again, you have to play around with these things. So let's do the same process, go through a couple pages and see see if we find anything interesting. So I just want to show you guys kind of how the process looks for me as I evaluate products. So this cowboy hat I think is incredibly visual. It's got good perceived value. So for me, seeing 1 million impressions in less than 5 days, it's pretty nuts. That's clear indication that there's great demand. I mean, this like rate's also nuts. So I can only imagine how good the ads are performing that we can easily dupe and just rip by adding our new hook text to them. So that's what I want to add. And as I scroll on down, this razor is a winner to me. I know it's a bit saturated. This kind of generic. So again, we're going to keep looking. I have added this dress to one of my product research lists. I do think it's got a nice little flair to it. This product doesn't actually work. And I would say if you see the same products over and over again, that's a good indication that they're saturated. So we've already seen this vinyl. We've already seen this razor a few times. We've seen the makeup brush cleaner. So if you do see that, probably should avoid it. Yeah, the pheromone scents you're going to see a lot of. And then, oh, here's that product right there. But it is from the same person. So I think we're not too worried about saturation for that one. I mean, maybe as we do more research. Oh, God, not you. And as we scroll on down, we're seeing some hair care products. I will admit, though, also pretty saturated at this point. There's just so many different hair curlers. I mean, I know the split end trimmer is actually doing really well right now, so that would be one I would consider selling, but just typical hair curling products I think at this point are just so tapped, so I would avoid those. Again, kind of notice what you're seeing over and over again. Let's just scroll down for a second. I want to see if your ADHD brain can actually handle some non-edited footage for a little bit. Okay, so if we scroll down, cleaning mop could potentially be something. Honestly, nothing's standing out. Smart swab. Okay, so this could be something. I'd be a little bit worried potentially about liabilities. I'm gonna have to take a look at those ads. But as we scroll on down, yeah, nothing. It's kind of generic. This is interesting. So it's a different type of razor. So I like that. I'm gonna add that to my list. Oh my God, so tapped. And if we scroll on down, so sunglasses, meh. This otter, oh my gosh, it's everywhere now. And yeah, the AC fan because it's summertime. Pet feeder, you could argue is tapped. Yeah, I've seen it quite a bit. God, that looks so badass. You know, shout out to this person because they just directly ripped my opening image that I do for most of my product pages. So hey, proves that it works. So kudos to whoever's scaling that product. Sorry for revealing it, but I was just really impressed. You know, I can be a happy father every now and then. All right, so let's scroll down. This is the final page for this filter here. Anything else? I mean, honestly, we've only done research for about 10 minutes. And I'd say we found at least 10 interesting products. So honestly, not a bad return. I would definitely keep playing around with the filters, try different countries, maybe we do only 24 hours and it doesn't have a ton of impressions that way. So again, you just want to keep refreshing until you see more and more products that are new to you, that share similarities to previously scaled winners. Now, let's go to our next product research tool, which is Manea. So Manea also has an ads and a product section. And before we get into all of the nitty gritty, I will say if you want to use all the tools in this video, it will cost you around $500 a month. But if you want to actually still use them for a fraction of the cost while getting a ton of other benefits, then I would recommend joining my Discord down below, Bold Ecom University, which is $99 a month and includes 2 group calls a week with me and my boy Antonio, where we're answering your questions live, reviewing your websites, reviewing your ad creatives, and of course, giving you access to these tools, plus a step-by-step course that will teach you exactly what you need to know while giving you behind-the-scenes resources I use to scale my brands from 0 to 1 grand a day. All right, so let's get into the filters real quick. So on the ad side, you can obviously do the TikTok or Facebook tool, which is awesome. And I like to start on Facebook. It's a great kind of ad spy tool alternative. And as we go into here, first off, I would do first seen date, last 14 days. We only want recent winners. And obviously you can play around with all these other things. Yeah, e-commerce, call to actions, languages, you're going to do English. As we scroll on down, is dropshipping is a cool filter that I always turn on. And then for countries, usually you're going to do, yeah, Maine, Europe. And then you want to throw in the good old US of A in there. Of course, can never forget about the red, white, and blue, ladies and gents. So let's get crack-a-lackin' and see what we find today. And in terms of sorting, you could do, yeah, a certain amount of likes. So usually I'm doing medium engagement, which is 100, and then I just add an extra 0 to the max. Okay, so this is an interesting one. So it's a spiral Bible, and it's got sections where you can do kind of to-dos and checklists from reading the Bible. And obviously, huge market. People are usually pretty passionate about their religion, I would say. I'm sure you guys will keep it very civilized in the comments. And yeah, it's got tons of shares. So I actually would consider this one for sure. Man, these headers knew exactly what they were doing with the crop ratio. Oh, whoa. Oh, she has a face. Didn't even realize. Oh, really cool dress. Populush, I believe, is a big brand, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it does kind of look like it, but I'm sure we could find a dupe to this dress. How many likes are they getting on this ad? Pretty decent amount. I feel like we could probably find something a little better. All right, so we got some bone conducting headphones. I'm gonna be honest, they look ugly as hell, but I know people buy the crap out of these. So hey, who am I to judge? So this is something I definitely add to my potential winners list. All right, so couldn't find too many interesting products with that filter. Hey, you know, it happens. So we could play around, but I want to go to the product section and just show you real quick what we can do is here as well. So same thing, we're gonna do first seen date, last 14 days. And when we go on down, we're gonna do language English. We're going to do is dropshipping turned on. And yeah, let's see what is being recommended this week. All right, so as we scroll on down, got some interesting products here. Okay, so little car pillow for, yeah, your neck and spine. That's not too bad. Keep everything aligned. Might be a wrapper low key, but yeah, that would be something I definitely consider adding to my list. So that's from Pinterest, really interesting there. If we scroll on down, anything else? We got the pants. Okay, so we got this, yeah, LED heated belt, which also can be a great problem solver. So yeah, we'll add that to our list. Oh, not the Brazil crop top. That should be forbidden. As we scroll down, we got this next product here, which is a little dog car bed, which I like. I know that's definitely a winning product. So yeah, you find some interesting products when you use these different tools and play around with the filters. And then the final option is the Success Radar, which is only on plans, I believe, that start $400 a month, which is an account that's available inside that Bold Ecom University. So yeah, we don't spare a dime. And as I scrolled down this list, the first thing that caught my eye was this pet sofa bed. So it's a little calming, anti-anxiety type of bed and super cute. It definitely is a winner because it's based on a proven concept already with the dog bed. So this is the next best version in my opinion. All right, so we got this corset dress that's really interesting as well, being sold on TikTok, and it's got a couple thousand views, which isn't bad considering it started about a week ago, and it's got a lot of similar traits and good visuals that could potentially be scaled. That is really, really eye-catching. Holy gazoles. Is this an actual brand? I mean, now I'm curious. I mean, if they make this, oh my god, it's a dropshipper. Terrible website. I may not show this product in this video because I'm 100% going to sell this. And the last tool that I still use, which is a little bit of a dinosaur, but I found tons of great winners about a year or two with it, would be AdSpy. And I don't use it as much anymore because I do prefer PP ads, but it is the best AdSpy tool in my opinion for Facebook ads specifically. So a few common filters you could just do, yeah, if we go here, gender, I'm usually going to do female. In terms of total likes, I want the ad to, yeah, have a couple hundred likes. It doesn't have to be too many. And then ideally, yeah, these are going to be recent ads. So you could say just created this month, just like this. Language, we're going to do English, and then buttons, we'll do shop now. Order now are usually going to be the only two ones. And then from here, technologies, we are going to do Shopify, just like that. And really, you don't have to do much. So we're just going to scroll down, do our exact research process, and see what we can find.
2,000 years later.
I'm going to be honest, this is about 90% of the products you're going to see. Just the most autistic t-shirts in your entire life. But after doing a bit of scrolling through all of the terrible Facebook POD stores, I did find some interesting products. So one, we got these nice little stretchy shorts for our big beautiful women out there, and I know that's a huge market. Tons of engagement here, so this could be something that we consider selling obviously to the European market. Probably don't have as many target audience people in Europe just because of the lifestyle, but you never know. And if we go over here, our next product, less stress means less anxiety. So I believe this was the rocker, which is just good for your posture, I believe. Yeah, so this is a huge market. Back pain relief, always there's tons of demands for products of this nature, so I could definitely see that being a winner. Had a few others, so that we had the cold plunge. I know there's been a few of these, but I liked how this one was more wooden, looks more secure than the more portable ones that I've seen that also have scaled. Now this one I like a lot because this engagement is freaking ridiculous for an ad that just came out this week. I mean, 10,000 likes is incredible. So clearly there is demand for a product like this wig, this little orange ombre wig. I love this market, so that could potentially be a winner. And then another one that caught my eye that was a little bit unique was this pet chew toy. So tons of engagement as well. Good order demand, and yeah, you can come up with an interesting offer because it is a cheaper product. So that could be the one downfall, just the margin might not be there. But so as always, I would recommend going through different filters, trying out different countries, different like amounts, all these different things you have to play around with to find what filter set works best for you. Just use mine as a template, and then from there, you'll figure out what you like the most.